Hello, Feed Me Green fans. Going to do a little video about halva. So I often get asked, what is halva? So traditionally, halva is based on tahini, which is sesame seed based or sesame seed butter. And halva is traditionally made using sugar, and the sugar is crystallized to form like a stiff fudge, and it's traditionally sold in blocks. And it's got kind of a crunchiness to it in the traditional recipes, which is kind of Middle Eastern, Greek, Turkish, that sort of origin. I'm a Greek, only a quarter though. And in all the Greek foods, there's lots of things that you can do with halva besides just cutting it in slices and eating it. Very decadent. And the reason why halva is so amazing is because it's got two key ingredients which elicit the feel good. And that feel good is based on a dopamine flush from the gut into our brains, which make us feel full. And that is the combination of fats and sugars. Fats and sugars are what gives us that satiated feeling of comfort. And what's good about the fat aspect is fats take a long time to sort of digest, and things like butter, oils, and nuts and seeds contain a lot of fats. So tahini is a really healthy source of fats, as on the one hand, and it's a good source of sugars. It's not the traditional sugar halva that we make. Feed Me Green makes health foods, healthy, delicious foods, and that's our value. So the combination now is between a healthy fat and a healthy sugar, and that's why we use honey and coconut sugar as our different forms of sweeteners. So we've started the basic range of the three halva spreads. We've got the vanilla, the spiced, and the chocolate, and these are all made with honey. Then we have a vegan range made with coconut sugar. So the honey is self-preserving, and the tahini has at least a year's shelf life. So these products have a long shelf life and don't really go off. However, with the active enzymes in the honey, I've noticed that after about 3 months, there's a slight sourness that happens in the halva with honey. And this halva with honey, even though it has that sourness to it, some people actually enjoy that sort of sourness because you've still got the sweet and you've still got the fat, and then you've got the flavors of the Kalahari salt that we add to it. And with the vanilla, we add vanilla pods ground up with vanilla seeds. So we've got vanilla seeds and vanilla powder in the vanilla with tahini, honey, and salt to give it that original flavor. And this is going to be really useful as a unique offering in different recipes for chefs and bakers, where we can now start offering the halva in bulk, where we can do bulk tubs of halva. Like we've got some local guys doing buckwheat crepes, and they make a sweet halva crepe with banana and halva spread on their crepe. Also looking at getting into other baked goods like croissant, so to spread it on croissant or breads, toasted breads baked into flatbreads or breadsticks. Looking at some options, and that's where your creativity is most welcome when it comes to getting the halvas into different recipes. The spiced one is also very unique. It's kind of a speculoos flavor. So this spice spread has got tahini, honey, and the honey is raw honey, by the way, local fynbos honey from Baviaanskloof. Quite a mild honey. That's why it goes solid, it goes stiff. Initially, once we make the batch, it's quite liquidy, and this is a few months old, and it's still fairly spreadable. But over time, it does become stiffer. So this spice spread has got cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, and a touch of cayenne pepper with the tahini, honey, salt base. This is really good in smoothies also. Also, the baked goods will be great to experiment with. And putting onto fruit or banana bread will be great. So I'm quite keen to have a whole recipe book of halva and tahini in various things. I did a pear smoothie with this halva spread and it was amazing. Now with smoothies, I've also had the philosophy that a healthy fat with a healthy sugar is tahini and fruit, or avocado and fruit. And then you've got your additions like your greens or other superfoods that you can add to a smoothie. So that's quite cool. I would say that this is quite a unique one to be able to add into other recipes. Also really good in hot drinks. So all of these can be blended with hot water or coffee or tea to make a chai tea. This could be blended with hot water, or you make a Tchaikovsky and you mix this with Americano, and you've essentially got a nice milky creaminess from the tahini and the spices and the sweetness. And yeah, it takes the drink to the next level. Then we have the what I call Nutella to the next level. This is a healthy version of Nutella. We've got real cacao paste and cacao powder, high quality ingredients that elicit that feel good without negative consequences, unless people are, allergic to sesame or cacao, which not many people are. But some people's bodies don't agree with sesame. The cacao is also really good to make a hot chocolate. Mix this with hot water, and for the real decadence, add another teaspoon of cacao powder, and you have probably the most delicious hot chocolates that you can find on the market. So I'm actually wanting to develop this as a hot drink menu range, where we have a Halva hot chocolate. It's a dark, decadent deliciousness. We have a Morlix chai. So we can take either one of these, the vanilla or the spiced halva, and we mix it with hot milk or hot water. And then you've got essentially a Morlix chai, and then we've got the chai spice, which we can add to that. The chai spice is a lot more spices in it and will have a more rounded flavor and a lot more healing benefits to the chai spice. So coming soon, I'll be developing the hot drinks menu, and we'll communicate that to everyone. And then there's the vegan range, which I'll share just briefly about. The vegan range then will have, instead of honey, we'll have coconut sugar. And it allows the product to be more useful in recipes where it'll stay more liquid. However, the coconut sugar is a little bit grainy, and that's quite nice to have that sort of crunch to it. And it does separate out a little bit. So with the vegan range, it's better to mix in before consuming. And I think the vegan range will be great to now get into these sort of tubs where it can go into production. So yeah, that's the little brief intro on the Halva spreads made by Feed Me Green in Neisner in the garden route and currently shipping nationwide.